Boom! What's going on, Rams fans? Hope you guys are having an amazing Tuesday. I am with you guys tonight to celebrate 6 years of Ram Showcase. Ram Showcase is officially a first grader, and we're doing some awesome things here. Appreciate everybody coming to hang out with me and just do a little bit of a celebration, just hanging out. What we're going to do here is we're going to open it up. Ask me questions. Ask me some questions, whatever it happens to be. It could be show related. It can be Joe related. And we'll just be rocking and rolling. All right. So I have a couple of special treats for you guys tonight that we'll kind of include. One of them is my first ever show. And I can tell you, it was a doozy. So we'll go into that as well. But I wanted to do this for you guys because this is kind of a big deal. All right. So Ram Showcase has been my baby for 6 years. 6 years today. It's been my baby. And it was very difficult for me to bring in somebody else or to bring in anybody else. And I put down that guard a little bit, and I brought in somebody who's actually been one of the homies for quite some time. And I wanted to have this chance for you guys to meet him as well. And we're going to take questions from anybody. It could be, like I said, it could be show related. It could be Sheriff Joe Bags related. It could be related to anything really. Like, we're just here to kind of hang out and have a good time. So with all that being said, I did add somebody for social media on Ram Showcase, and one of the homies. We go way back, and actually, if you guys watch Ram Showcase every week, it used to be part of the intro song. It's now part of the outro song from Catharsis. I have the drummer and a good homie of mine who I played guitar on it, but the drummer on that track is now part of Ram Showcase team with the social media squad here. So this is here. This is Adrian.
Hey,
and everybody, say what's up to Adrian. Oh, I messed up the background here. Boom. That says your name now. How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Doing amazing, man. It's been a good day, and doing a little bit of a celebration, man. 6 years, dude.
6 years, man. 6 years, dude.
18 years. That's amazing. It's been a long time. Sweet hat, by the way, dude.
Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks. I had to get one to go with my black aesthetic.
Yeah.
Hey. But let me be the first to say congratulations on 6 years, man. It's crazy what you've created with this and everything, and the following that you have. It's congrats, man.
It has been a great time, man. It's I can't thank everybody enough, like, for hanging out with me, man. I mean, and especially, like, we have the audio of my very first show, and it was so terrible, man. Like, it was the like, I don't know. It's grown a lot, and it's cool to go back and check out where it's come from and stuff like that. You're getting a bunch of hellos in the comment section though, so that's good stuff. Adrian now runs social media. And I saw in your little tiny screen below that nobody else can see that you do have a beer with you. And so I got that as well. We'll are you drinking a California beer? Is that no, it's a Heineken. Where's that from?
Heineken. I have no idea. I just know it's good.
Okay.
It's not California.
This is a Cat Tire. This is a Colorado beer. So cheers, man.
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers to 6 years.
6 years. It's kind of crazy to think about, man. It's like I said, it's been like every week just talking about the LA Rams, even off season, man. That's the best part. So thank you guys to everybody coming in and hanging out. Like I said, any questions that you have, just feel free to drop them. It could be about anything. It could be about myself. It could be about Adrian. It could be if you want to know about a specific thing back here, whatever. We're just here to hang out and have a good time. I don't necessarily have a time limit. I do have 2 jobs now, so I'm a little tired, but we're good,
I have a question right off the bat for you, Joe.
What's up, man?
Where's Mark Barron at?
Mark Barron?
Mark Barron.
That's right here.
Nice.
We've also kind of changed it. I've been calling him Barif Joe Bags.
Yeah. Nice.
Because we're super clever over here, obviously. So
yeah.
we're gonna bring up a couple of comments here. Edwin, fiance, and Edwin say hello. So what's going on? Love you too, man. Love you too. Appreciate you guys. The support with some of these people is absolutely bananas, and I'm blown away by it every single time. So, okay, let's see. We got I got a couple coming in here. Edwin also says, "Thank you for helping the homie Joe."
Oh, of course.
All right, this one's coming from Willie. What about the status of Tyler Higbee? I mean, do you have more clarity on that question? Because I mean, he's here. I mean, he's under contract and stuff, so I'm not sure if you're referring to anything like that. But thank you.
Maybe his injury update or something, probably.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, we're at that time of year where injury updates are going to be hard to come by. We'll see like social media posts from certain people that'll give us updates there. But overall, I mean, it's hard to get like that injury updates. And I know some people are out there, like there's some other podcasts that are trying to give timetables on certain ACLs and stuff like that. But we're in March. What are you supposed to do about that? So it's just yeah, he says it is about his injury. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't really have too much on that. He was close to playing in the Super Bowl, though. So let's see this one coming in here. You confident the Rams can land Bobby Wagner? That's an interesting question because I don't know, but also this team just does whatever the hell it wants to. And like we have no idea what this team's looking at or who they're talking to, anything like that. Do you think that Wagner is a possibility for us?
Personally, I wouldn't put money on it. Just I don't think the Rams they can pull it off with Howard and Jones,
Cool.
and they're a lot younger. And don't get me wrong, Bobby Wagner he's an all-time great, but I feel like with the youth that we have, I think we'll be fine at linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, I like Howard and Jones being the inside guys. I like that. Obviously, I know we get better if Wagner can come in, but I don't know. I'm a fan of that. Let's see here. We got a question from Peo. Peo, appreciate you, man. One of the huge supporters here. What Rams player would you think gives the best dating advice? Do you have an answer?
I would say Cooper Kupp. He seems like a really humble guy. So Cooper Kupp, definitely.
Well, actually, that feels. I always go for like all the family guys, like Kupp, Stafford, Witt.
Yeah, I wanted to say Dante Dion, but I was like, no, that might not be that good.
It's definitely not Jalen Ramsey. We all know that
for sure.
Ask Golden Tate if Jalen Ramsey has good dating.
Too soon, man.
My bad.
Before I forget, let me say that I got this shirt at the Rams rally. It's a fan-made logo, but hey, it's a Super Bowl shirt. I got it at the rally. I had to get myself a souvenir there,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know you were sending me your pictures and videos
purposely.
Definitely jealous, but this is not the first time you've made me jealous. You were sending me pictures of that time you met Mark Barron. That made me sad. That were my feelings, honestly. Question from Lee. What the hell is going on with Von Miller? Unfortunately, we don't really have an answer for this. I still fully believe that he comes back. The Denver Broncos don't seem – I don't know. There's something about the Denver Broncos. I don't think he goes back there. They've also been making a lot of different moves, but a lot of them are offensive moves with their new head coach coming in. The Chargers were in conversations as well, and then they traded for Khalil Mack, so I'm not sure if that's a thing that's going to happen. And then Dallas came in like kind of last second, but unfortunately we don't really have an answer for that at this time. Obviously I'm keeping up on it, and now my new social media guy will be keeping up as well. So the second we know anything, you will know. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. We just I don't have an answer for that right now. And the Rams have been pretty quiet. A lot of offensive line news, but ultimately pretty quiet so far. I'm so nervous, can't take the pressure waiting for the Rams to sign. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait. I mean, and nothing's official until tomorrow anyway, when the new league year starts. This is New Year's Eve, just so everybody is aware. This is New Year's Eve that we're celebrating. Another question for Peo. has Rams Showcase being a part of the fan side network changed the show in any way? Not the content of the show or the structure of the show, but what I will say, and this is not to try to brag at all, but in any capacity, but it has increased the people that hear me by quite a bit, which is really cool. So, but no, not the structure or anything like that.
Okay. I got a little question for you. If let's just say Von Miller decides to go with another team, he's obviously drawing interest from multiple teams. Do you think that there's a chance that the Rams could have a Fowler reunion, being that he is a free agent now?
You know what? I actually talked about this very briefly with one of my friends about potential reunions, because there's a lot of names out there that are getting released of former Rams and people want back. There was Saffold, who's now gone. He's off the market. He's going to Buffalo. Corey Littleton was a name that's been bounced around. Morgan Fox has been bounced around. And then also Dante Fowler. Unfortunately, I don't see any of those guys returning to the Rams. Like, I can't think of a time where the Rams have gone back to somebody and brought somebody back in. And I'm surprised I haven't heard Janoris Jenkins yet. That's
I didn't think about Janoris Jenkins, but I can tell you about one Ram they brought back. Great safety Eric Weddle.
Oh, dang, that's totally fair, man. That's fair. That's such an anomaly, though. I don't know, man. That's a good one. Edwin, did you guys see Big Wit's retirement speech? I unfortunately did not. I was at work all day. I had both jobs today, so I went to work 8 to 5, and then I went straight to a different job, and then I came home. The second I sat down, I started doing we did an NFC West network episode, and then the second that was over, I started this. So I have not had a chance to check it out. Did you see it, man?
I actually did watch it. I watched it about an hour ago, and it's really nice. It's really humble, man. You see the goodness in his heart, and how he just wants people around him to better themselves. That's the ultimate legacy he wanted to leave. He said the Super Bowl trophy was great. He said the Walter Payton Man of the Year award was great. But ultimately, he just wants to leave people around him feeling better, and that's what he wants for his wife and his kids as well. So, hats off to Big Wit.
Dude, Wit is the man. I love that we had him, man. Like, that's gonna go down, and we're gonna talk about it in like 10 years of that's going to go down as one of the better like free agent moves that the Rams have ever made. He's just an incredible guy, definitely. Incredible player. It's amazing. So let's see here. We'll go through here. I do see your comments coming in, guys. I am working my way down. We're getting there. If Von Miller leaves the Rams and the LA Rams through free agency or the draft, they can get a defensive tackle. I don't know if we necessarily need defensive line. I think that's part of the reason why we let Sebastian Joseph Day walk. He's going to sign with the Chargers. I think that we're pretty stacked at the defensive line. And honestly, I love the combination of Greg Gaines, Aaron Donald, A'Shawn Robinson. Who am I forgetting here, man? I know I'm forgetting names. Players up front, man. Greg Gaines is been blowing my mind.
And I was actually going to follow up on that. Not surprised that they let Joseph Day walk, because Greg Gaines, he really, really stepped up this season. Really, he complimented Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald complimented him. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, honestly, though, that's a real thing. And I love, Brockers leaves, and these guys just fill that role. You know what I mean? Like, Greg Gaines, I think, has filled that role, which is really good to see. Peo says, don't trust DBs for dating advice. It seems to be the thing. Yeah, it seems to be a trend. Jay coming in. Congrats on 6 excellent years of Rams goodness. Love the consistent content, and them quesos are always fire. And who's on AD? Man, okay, first and foremost, Jay, sincerely appreciate you, man. I saw a notification this morning that was like the weirdest thing ever to me, because I see this comment pop up on a video that's years old, and it was Jay commenting on the first YouTube video that I did as far as Rams Showcase goes. So, man, huge supporter for years. Definitely, absolutely appreciate you, man. That you're keep coming back after all this time, and how terrible I was for so long, and you're still coming back. And that kind of excites me, knowing that, like, looking back and seeing how terrible I was, because, like, I know I'm gonna look back at like these and be like, damn, I was not good. Like, I thought I was awesome. Like, so thank you, appreciate you. Any news on AD though? There's no real news to be said. It sounds like there's potential for a like a restructure as far as his contract goes, but I don't think he's retiring. I never did. I could put that out there, man. Have you seen anything on AD at all?
I haven't, dude. They're pretty quiet about their Aaron Donald news, and understandably.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have the greatest defensive player of all time, yes, I said of all time, you keep it hush hush.
I mean, that's true. That is true. That's I mean, Aaron Donald, I keep trying to stress it to people, and I talked about this a little bit. I think it was the last show, one of the last most recent ones, but talking about, like, I don't know if every fan really understands and appreciates what we're watching with Aaron Donald. I mean,
yeah, man,
he is an all-time great. He is on the Rams Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? Like, and he's only 30 years old. He'll be 31 here in May. I don't remember his exact birthday. I know it's in May though, because I know he's only like 3 months older than me. So that makes me feel real good. But yeah, I mean, we're watching history right now with Aaron Donald and even Cooper Kupp. I mean, in general, this team right now, obviously one of 2 Super Bowl wins for this team. I mean, this is historic stuff that we're seeing right now anyway. But with guys like Aaron Donald, these are names we're going to say for the rest of our lives.
Oh yeah, it's without a doubt. As soon as Aaron Donald retires 5 years later, he's going to be wearing a gold jacket, first ballot, man, without a doubt.
He's absolutely first ballot. I don't see a way he's not. Let's see here. Now I'm trying not to get distracted by the bright colored comments, guys. I do apologize. Bobby Wagner thoughts? Yeah, kind of ran over this, so I appreciate you being here, Dominic. But as far as Bobby Wagner goes, I do think it's possible. I just don't know if I expect it or not. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like something that the Rams would do, but it's so hard to say right now. I heard today that he wants to play for a team in Los Angeles. Like, he is looking at like the Chargers or the Rams. The Chargers have the money to spend, but the Rams, they have the hardware. So let's see. Okay. Jay coming in with a Hecker appreciation post. Dude, this news kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I did not want to hear this. I did not want to hear that we released number 6 on the 6-year anniversary of Ram Showcase.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
Oh man, it's I didn't want to see that, but I mean, it's a punter. So if any position is easy to replace, I guess. I mean, so now Greg Zuerlein and Johnny Hecker are now free agents, just out there in the world. Bummer, man.
Yeah, man. But if I'm being honest, I'm not too surprised after this past season when they had the whole Bajorquez versus Hecker, not knowing who was going to get it. To me, that just told me that his job wasn't as secure as we hoped it was. Mainly because he was really, really high paid punter. I think the highest paid punter. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the Rams could really use the extra cap space. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. The Rams do have some options as far as clearing cap space, and he was definitely on that list. Like, you don't really see a punter on your cap casualty list, but kind of where we're at right now, and paying a lot of cash for some players.
Yeah, but you know what though? I enjoyed Hecker's tenure with the Rams. First time I'd had ever seen a punter throw a touchdown. I remember his first touchdown was to Danny Amendola.
Fake field goal. Fake field goal.
Yeah, fake field goal. Tosses Danny Amendola wide open on the right side of the field. But I remember that, won't forget it.
Dude, I miss the fakes, man. I feel like we just stopped seeing them, man. Once Bones left, it was gone, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I miss those too. No lie, I would always wonder, like, is the fake coming? Is the fake coming? Is the fake coming? And just never did, kind of let me down.
Well, it was always one of those things where it's like, oh, we could see a fake here, and then we would not see a fake there. You know what I mean? But it was always like, oh, now we're gonna punt this one, and then he's launching
Yeah.
to Sony.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
funny that you mentioned that, because whenever there was the fake punt, the pessimist in me would always be like, no, what are you doing? You know, we're not gonna complete it, you know, but then we would, and I'd be quiet.
Who was the one? What player was that too? Cody Davis, I think, is the one that caught it against the Packers.
Yeah, the crazy one where he kind of fell.
Threw it up.
Yeah, it was good.
Davis comes down, and it's like, you got to be kidding me, man. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was some fun stuff. Man, I appreciate the heck out of everybody coming in saying that. Just saying congrats, man. I appreciate you guys. This is awesome. I wanted to do something here. I wanted to show just a little clip here. It's going to cover us up, so you won't see us here for a second. But I just have the very beginning of my very first podcast, and it's only like maybe a minute of it. Feel free to laugh at this, because I do. This is some interesting stuff here. This is the first ever episode of Ram Showcase. So 6 years ago today is when this one released, and if you are watchers of Ram Showcase, you know what the show sounds like and looks like. I mean, this was before we did a video version of it, but I wanted to share this with you guys because this is something that, like, whenever I start feeling like I need to do better, I'm not doing a good enough job at Ram Showcase, anything like that, this is what I listen to be like, oh, no, I'm doing fine. All right. So here is just a short clip, the very beginning of the first ever episode of Ram Showcase. Welcome, all you Rams fans from all over the world. This is exactly where you need to be right now. I am Sheriff Joe Bags, also known as Joe Brandon, but you know, it's whatever you prefer. This is Rams Showcase. This is the very first episode of Rams Showcase, and I am so excited about this show. We're going to be going strong into the draft, through training camp, all throughout the season, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna begin by talking about the state of the Rams here. So we're gonna fade the music out a little bit, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the Rams. Of course, what else would we talk about? Okay, so the newest news surrounding the Rams is Chris Long signing with the Patriots. I know that hurts a lot of fans. That's not exactly where anybody wanted to see him to go, but you know, it happened. Those Patriots, they love their ex-Rams. They have the Steven Jackson, Danny Amendola, Michael Humanawinui, all of them up there. They love their ex-Rams. So we do wish Chris Long luck out there. Unfortunately, it's not with the Rams anymore, but, you know, he did a lot for this team, so we'll be pulling for him. He signed a one-year deal out there. Also on the Rams front, the Rams have signed tight end and fullback Corey Harkey to an extension. I do believe it was 3 years. I could be wrong there. Don't angrily tweet me if I got that wrong. But Corey Harkey is a guy that I really like in this Rams offense.
Hey, dude.
So good. So good. God, 6 years was a long time ago. Talking about Chris Long to the Patriots and re-signing Corey Harkey. I stopped it there because it's a lot of the same. You got Payo over here commenting, I am so excited. My energy level was not indicative of the excitement levels I was feeling, apparently. So, oh, man. If you guys heard that and still listen, oh, my gosh. I can't thank you guys enough for sticking with me during this clear growth period that I've experienced as the years have gone on, the last 6 years. So, God, that's funny stuff, man. That's amazing.
Dude, Michael Homanawinui, you know, like as soon as you said that name, it just triggered old number 86 for us.
Dude, it's weird, man. Who, man?
Yeah.
I loved when we had a bunch of weird names to pronounce. We've kind of lost them now. Even Obo is now gone. Looks like going with the Texans. So I can't even brag that I can pronounce his name. Yeah, we got Laurinaitis in the comments. That's actually one that people mess up a lot too. But then I like Oshimago Atagwe, Michael Humanawinui, Pisatino Samoa. These guys that, you know, cool names. I loved Pisatino Samoa's his nickname because he was number 50, but he was from Hawaii, so he was Hawaii 5-0. One of my favorite ones of all time. Yeah, comment here. The hiring of McVay really changed your tone. Yeah, man, that was very Jeff Fisher energy back then. That was very Jeff Fisher energy.
That was very 7 and 8 energy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some 7 and 9 BS, man. Yeah, that's some good stuff. All right, but I also, Adrian, this one here, I've got another clip here, and I don't even know if you'll remember this.
Oh no, I think I know what you're talking about, dude. No.
It's only about a minute long, but I did pull this because as I was looking for that clip, I found this clip. And we did a whole, it was about 20 minutes long. I'd have to look at the year, but it's been quite a while. This is the first time that I actually spoke with you on Ram Showcase.
Yeah, I know.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
You're now on patrol with Sheriff Joe Baggs.
I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy.
Welcome back to another edition of On Patrol with Sheriff Joe Baggs. I am Sheriff Joe Baggs. With me today, a very special guest from the band Children of Eden out in the Los Angeles area, Adrian Meza. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's way too freaking hot out in Colorado, but I know that talking to you LA folk out there that I sound ridiculous because it's only about 60 degrees out here right now.
Yeah, that does sound pretty crazy. 60 degrees is sweater weather for us.
Oh man, I'm in shorts right now. It's ridiculous. I'm very much not in LA. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I always see your post about how it's 70 degrees and you're burning, and I'm just like, 70 degrees is like perfect for us.
Man, no, it's too hot. All right.
I stand
man.
I stand by everything I said there.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's hilarious. I think my favorite part is the audio quality.
Yeah. I remember telling myself, talk slow and clear.
Yeah. Yeah, LA folk. Yeah, that's the official term. That's so funny, man. Yeah, I wanted to share that one too. As I was scrolling down, I saw On Patrol Adrian, and I was like, oh man. It was like a last second addition that I was pretty pleased with. So that's some good stuff. We got a question here. This one comes from Edwin. Who would you want to sign in free agency and why? I've got a couple of answers here, and you guys can feel free to disagree with me. That's totally okay. But one I don't think anybody would disagree with is going to be Bobby Wagner. B-Wags, I think that he fits in with the Los Angeles Rams. I think that he would fill what I don't consider a need, but he would absolutely improve the linebacker group. So that's one. Another one that I have not seen a bunch of people mention, A.J. Boye. Former teammate of Jalen Ramsey out in Jacksonville. I think that would be an amazing signing, bringing him in. Darius Williams looks like he's leaving. Looks like the Jags, I believe, is where he's expected to go. I don't anticipate him back at all. There's been no conversations about Darius Williams coming back. So I would say I want A.J. Boye. I think that keeping David Long Jr., Dante Dion, those guys in the slot, keeping them inside, I think is the better move here. So those are the two that I want, at least. And partially, I think Wagner obviously makes us better immediately. Boye has that experience with Ramsey. I think that they would kind of team up well in the secondary. Adrian, do you got anybody?
It's Bobby Wagner, man. I mean, it's hard to not want him, even though we don't know if it's going to happen or not. But Bobby Wagner, if we were to have him, man, the leadership on the defense, it wouldn't just be Aaron Donald on. It'll be Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, and even Jordan Fuller in the secondary. Can you imagine how tight that unit would be?
Faux
president.
Yeah, Jordan Fuller, faux president. Yeah. Fuller's my guy, man. But yeah, those are kind of where I'm thinking too. Is there any other names that have kind of like anybody being released that you kind of are interested in outside of B-Wags?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to, as I mentioned earlier, Fowler coming back, just because I feel like he played his best football with the Rams, you know, and we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Donald. I'm not saying that Fowler is an upgrade from Von Miller, but he definitely has a veteran experience that we could use on that defense, on outside linebackers at least.
True. All right, let's see here. Lee's coming in saying we better hope to God Von Miller comes back or Donald may retire. I absolutely disagree with this. I don't think that the two are like they're not codependent. You know what I mean? Like these are independent decisions that are being made here. I don't think that Von Miller's decision to come back to the Rams will impact the potential retirement of Aaron Donald in any capacity. I just don't see it. I think Donald comes back. I always have thought he comes back. And I don't think that if Von Miller decides to go play somewhere else, that would impact that decision at all. Do you have any other thoughts on that?
I think Aaron Donald's coming back. I mean, he started working out the day after the Super Bowl parade. You know, I mean, he's staying jacked for a reason, so he's going to be with the Rams.
That guy is insane. I don't know, man. I feel like too, like if he were to retire, I feel like after week 1, I think he would struggle. Like, especially at 30 years old, knowing he physically has the capabilities to continue, I think that would be tough. Let's see here. This is an interesting one. Is Tutu Atwell just another flash in the pan player like, dare I say it, Tavon Awesome, or will McVay actually use him? Dude, okay, I don't think we've seen enough of Tutu Atwell to put him in any kind of category. What I will say on Tutu Atwell, and I've had these conversations in private forums, and some people here might have been part of that conversation. Some people in the comments, I may have said something to Adrian, but I think that his personality doesn't really fit in with the Rams. We didn't really see him do anything impressive. We were sold this straight line speed, anything like that, and we didn't see it. We didn't see him pop on any punt returns, anything like that, to make me think like, okay, this guy's gonna be good. Like he's not there yet, but he's on his way. We didn't get that from Tutu Atwell, and then you see him in his press conferences too, and he doesn't have that LA Ram feel to him. You know what I mean? So it's hard to put into words, but there's something about Tutu that it kind of just rubs me the wrong way, man. And maybe I'm alone there. Adrian, like, do I sound crazy right now just kind of putting Tutu in a box, or do I need to give him more time, or am I saying the right thing here?
I don't think you're off, man, because I definitely don't get that we not me vibe from Tutu. You know, and that's not taking a shot at him. You know, it was only his rookie season. You know, who knows how he can develop, you know, with mature-wise and everything. I mean, if there was any team that could help him mature, it would be the Rams. It would be McVay to humble him and everything. But I don't know, man. I'm just not sold on Tutu. I'm just not. You know, when we drafted him, they said we had drafted the younger Deshaun Jackson, which was ironic because we had Deshaun Jackson on the roster. But I don't know, man. I don't see Tutu being with his team for much longer, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think he gets a second contract with the Rams. That I can say.
Yeah.
Lee is also kind of mentioning some of the comments that Donald made during the parade. Why mention it is one of the things. I think it's because I think as far as Donald goes, I think what happened there, Adrian fell away. What happened at the parade, I think, was just a flood of emotions from multiple players. And I think that one thing that Donald had in his head for the last few years of his playing time, I think that Donald had it in his head that the last thing he needed was a ring. And once he got that, I think that it kind of hit his head of like, well, what else am I going for? So I think that that's exactly what it is. Like, why mention it? I think that that's all it was. Like, he checked the final. Like, what else does he have to prove? What does Donald have to prove to solidify himself as a Hall of Famer? He's 30 years old right now, and he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So I think that that's part of it. I think that that's part of the comments. But ultimately, man, he's a competitor. I don't think he leaves. And speaking of people leaving or / not leaving, I think based on Andrew Whitworth's video, I haven't seen his press conference yet. Based on his video, though, it sounds like he wants to stick around, whether that would be coaching or the booth. So there's something there. Something there. Let's see here. We need Adrian to make a Ram It music theme for your channel with you singing vocals. Oh, nobody wants that. I'll be honest with you. I guess I could. I'm not like embarrassed or anything, but it's not good. I talk into microphones. I don't sing into them. I actually now, I don't know if you know, Adrian, I do talk into microphones for a living now. My second job. I'm at a radio station.
Well, I don't think I've heard that, man. I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's fun stuff, man. I'm on the literally the radio station that I've listened to here since I was like 6 years old. So
Nice.
it's kind of wild, man. Kind of cool. Let's see here. All right, interesting question here. Team cake or team pie, Adrian?
Well, see, that depends because if we're talking shepherd's pie, then I'm definitely team pie.
Shepherd's pie and then your team pie?
Yeah, but if we're talking sweets, no, I'm team cake.
Dude, don't get fired already. All right? That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard, dude. Okay, here's a sidebar question for you. Do you consider meatloaf a cake? Because I heard this argument the other day. And it's kind of like a meat cake.
I mean, you do put.
You even frosted a little bit with the cake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you do. Hey, it's a meat
Lock in
cake.
your votes. Comment below. Is meatloaf a cake?
I vote yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I vote
It
yes.
depends on your definition, I guess. Like, what is the actual definition of a cake? I don't actually know that. Am I team cake or team pie? I think it depends on the flavor. But I love me some pie, dude. Like a good apple pie, a good cherry pie, like a good Hershey pie.
What about chicken pot pie?
Love chicken pot pie.
Can't go wrong with that.
Love it. But cake's good too, dude. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm trying
no,
to put myself in a position where if there was cake and pie in a situation, what would I go for?
I'd go for cake, probably.
I
More
think
than
it
likely.
depends on my mood, ultimately. Like right this second, I think I go pie. That might be different tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree because right now I'm just thinking about a chocolate with chocolate frosting and chocolate sprinkles cake. So I hear you. Yeah,
Too much.
not enough
Too
chocolate.
much.
Not enough chocolate.
No, that's too much chocolate, man.
It's not enough. There's no such thing.
No, it's too much. I need some balance there, man. I can't just do all of it. Leah's having a hard time over here in these comments. All right. Let's go. I hear you. Dude. I hear you. It doesn't make sense. I realize he's in his prime. I realize that Aaron Donald is in his prime and none of it makes any sense. But I want you to understand, emotions get high in Super Bowl parades, man. People say things. People say a lot of things. Savannah's down to the Rams, Browns, and Cowboys. we're just gonna blow through that. Rams, Browns, and Cowboys. Dylan is definitely tuned in to things, so I trust things that he says. And this, I would be surprised to see him go to the Browns. The Cowboys would not necessarily surprise me. He is from Texas, former Texas A&M Aggie, gig him. And the Rams, I think he loved being in Los Angeles, so those all make sense to me. If you were Vaughn, take out your Rams fandom. Of those three teams, who would you go for?
LA.
Why?
I mean, the weather, man. I mean, it was a nice 72 over here. You know, it could have been a perfect day to go to the beach. You know, it could have been a perfect day to go to the mountains, and just that LA vibe. I mean, I feel like that's a biased opinion because that's all I know.
Okay, well, let's keep in mind he's also spent a lot of time in Colorado. Let me see here. We're looking at 56 right now. It was actually a beautiful day, though, in fairness. How I described the weather today, and I don't know if this will make sense to anybody but myself, but the way that I described the weather today, it was a perfect elementary school field day weather. And everybody at work said that made total sense, so I stand by it. All right, Oscar, I hear the Rams get 5 picks this year. Where do they go with them? 5 comp picks, even though the tweets all said 4, but if you look at the list, you can see 5. If you go down, there's 5 of them, so I don't know. But that brings the Rams total to like 12 draft picks. And the whole storyline is that the Rams have no draft picks. There's plenty of them. So I don't know. I think that we trade them around. I don't know if we move up. Our first pick is in the 3rd, so maybe. We'll see. Let's see. There are many people that still have Reggie White and LT in front of Aaron Donald. That is something to shoot for. Silence the doubters. Skip Bayless. Once and for all. Dude, Skip, I don't care about anything Skip says. And I realize, like, I don't know. Who is he to say any, like, does that make sense? Like, who the hell is he? Like, I feel like I'm like, who was that? The Colts guy that said that? Like, who the hell is Mel Kiper? But, like, honestly, what the hell has Skip done to, like, have a real opinion that matters? I don't know.
No, but I agree because if when it comes to, because I listen to them religiously, when it comes to them, I usually take Shannon Sharp's opinion a little bit more to heart because as a former NFL player, he knows a little bit more than Skip Bayless does.
I mean, yeah, that absolutely is fair. Dylan's team pie, by the way. But there's something there about the former players. I definitely respect that. But also as a person who does a weekly show who is not a former player, I kind of am like, okay, well, hold on. People can know things, all right?
Oh, no, yeah, no. I agree 100%, but I don't know. Skip Bayless is kind of just like a Ram hater, though, if you listen to him a lot, though. He's just a Ram hater.
That's true. There's a few of those, though. There's a few Ram haters out there.
Not Colin Coward, though. I like Colin Coward.
I love Coward. Coward's awesome. New debate, is chicken pot pie a pie? Solid question. Lee coming in here saying that the pie thing has nothing to do with the Rams. Agreed. It absolutely has nothing to do with the Rams. But this is not necessarily a Rams thing, even though this is Rams Showcase. This is more of us just hanging out and celebrating. Of 6 years of Rams Showcase. 6 years ago today was the first episode of Rams Showcase, and it was terrible. We were celebrating the anniversary and the growth of one Rams Showcase. Let's see here. Mayfield is getting traded. There's some interesting stuff going on with Mayfield right now. He put out this whole thing about Cleveland, and then he loves the fans and stuff. Like, I don't know. I didn't actually read all the way through it. I skimmed it to see if he was actually like leaving. But yeah, we'll see. When will OBJ be ready to go? This is such a difficult question to ask, like, right now. We're in March, and he got hurt in the Super Bowl, tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, which is the most unfortunate timing that you can possibly have. Not only that, but also, like, you could tell that the way that he was being used, he was such an important part of that game plan. And then when he went down, like, we obviously lost a major player in our offensive game plan that day. So when will he be ready? Not week 1, it doesn't seem like. But I would say we could probably get him back in October.
They said that the projected timeline for his return was in November, early November. So we'll see. It all just depends on him, though, him and that team.
Yeah, we also thought that Cam Akers was not going to play at all. So, I mean things happen.
Yeah, so we'll see with our training staff. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, I mean.
Our medical staff, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Reggie. Love it. Turn it up high, Reggie. I want to burn. It's yeah, like our whole training staff is really awesome, but also like I said with Cam Akers, I mean him with the ability to come back, I thought was really impressive. And everybody heals differently. Like we don't know the timeline on Robert Woods. We don't know the timeline on Odell Beckham Jr. right now. So right now it's a lot of sit and wait. And I don't think we'll really have any answers until realistically probably July, when people start actually returning to facilities and getting back in the building for training camp and like the mini camps and stuff like that is really when we'll start to get those answers. I don't think that we'll really know about OBJ's return until then. And I think then it'll still be like a pretty wide window of like from this time to this time. But to say right now, when will he be ready to go? I unfortunately have no answers for that. Also, let's keep in mind, as of tomorrow, he's no longer a Ram officially. So, I mean, we got to also get him back if it's going to be relevant to us at all, and as far as like coverage on Ram Showcase. Because if he does not get re-signed by the Rams, it will not be something that is covered on Ram Showcase throughout the offseason. So then, like, I will not be even following it. You know what I mean? So. Ooh, this is a hard question, man. What is your favorite Rams memory? I don't have this photo uploaded or anything. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and do the worst thing ever, which is show it to you guys. There was a good moment in the Super Bowl win that I had with one of my homies. Let me see if I can find it here. So, full disclosure, I was pretty drunk. All right, I got absolutely hammered that day. But there was a moment there after like the initial like lose your mind kind of situation. There was a moment there where I was kind of like I took some time to myself. And then one of my homies came up, and a dude I've known for many, many years. I'm just going to put this up here. There's me in the yellow beanie there. I just kind of kneeled down, soaking it in. Drunk Joe Bags. And, yeah, that was a great moment, though. And, oh, man, I think I just lost it. But there was another one right in there. This one here, the champagne shower. That's a good one, man. Like from the Super Bowl. But then also, like, I'll say that, like, because we know we're good right now. And so, like, to win the Super Bowl is like, it was less of like, oh my God, I can't believe we won the Super Bowl. And more of like, first of all, hell yeah, we did it, but we are good enough to do this. You know what I mean? Like, we've been good for years. And there was a moment there in 2018 when Jeezy hit that field goal in overtime against the Saints to send the Rams to the Super Bowl. That moment there is one that I will never forget. Like, seeing that kick go off of his foot, seeing that it's straight enough, and knowing that he's got a powerful enough leg to hit that, you know what I mean? And then we just lose our minds. I posted that video. You guys have seen it, but that's those are up there, man. There's a couple older ones too. There was a Seahawks game. I think it was 2006. Bulger hit Holt deep, and it was like a bobbled pass. Their linebacker was covering Holt for some dumb reason, and he like bobbled it, pulled it in from back, and like, man, then took the lead. I think we still lost that game, but that was one of them too. The Lions game in 2009. The only game that we won, where Steven Jackson was just like, I don't care. We are not losing this game. And Steven Jackson just put the team on his back. That's one that I absolutely love as well, even though we were terrible then. What are yours, man? Do you have any ideas?
Well, just three pop into my head right now. One, it's funny that you mentioned Steven Jackson. I remember 2012, like at the San Francisco 49ers, the first game that they went to overtime and they tied is Steven Jackson, third and long. Sam Bradford throws the ball to Steven Jackson, and it's the most dramatic third down conversion. Steven Jackson versus Patrick Willis, and then you get
Helmet
the Rams
pops off. Yeah,
Rams offensive line versus the 49ers defense, and they still end up getting the first down. I remember seeing Chris Long jumping up on the sideline and everything. Like it was hyped, man.
That's
yeah,
a good one. That
that
really is a good answer.
I remember being at the St. Louis Rams at the San Diego Chargers game, sitting front row.
Yeah.
Sitting front row. The reason why I say that is because I know there's a Rams page on Facebook that has me as their profile picture holding my Rams flag. Actually, this one, and I was also featured on a bunch of sports articles and everything like that. The whole Los Angeles Rams sign that was being held, when it was rumored that the Rams were going to come back to LA. And then also the Super Bowl parade, man. I mean, that one bucket list right there. I always said that if the Rams won the Super Bowl, I wasn't going to miss it. And I went, and I went with a really, really good friend of mine, and just had a great time at the parade.
Yeah, that's one heck of one. That's a good one, man. I wish I could have been there for that. It just sucks. It was on like a Wednesday in the middle of the day. I'm like at work. I was live streaming it on my phone as I'm working.
Hopefully, my boss isn't listening, but I ended up texting my boss Denise saying, "Hey, something came up. I gotta go."
Nice, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then the one where you talk about where you were at the San Diego Chargers game. I remember that was my computer background. That photo.
Oh
and
yeah.
I didn't know you were in that, and I sent that. And you were like, "That's me."
Holding the L.
Yep. And I remember I posted an article at the time I was writing, and I posted an article with that photo as well. Got a couple more questions coming in here. That was a great question, Edwin. Great question. Made me reminisce a little bit. Be honest. Who are you taking, Cooper Kupp or Justin Jefferson? I honestly, unbiased, not take my Rams fandom out of it. I'm going Cooper Kupp here. He is the best wide receiver in the NFL today. He is the best today, March 15th. He is the best wide receiver in the NFL. He's the best route runner. He's got the best hands. I mean, yeah, we see those occasional drops, whatever, but that's usually because he turns his head. He's looking for somebody, some defender to shake, so I think Cooper Kupp's better than Justin Jefferson. I think that Cooper Kupp is the best wide receiver in the NFL today. And a lot of people, for some reason, they just don't think that he's like this superstar guy. He's the same height and weight as Davante Adams. But and this is the weird statement that kind of gets me attacked sometimes is it's got to be because he's a white dude that people just don't see him as a certain kind of player. And he's that dude. Who are you taking, man?
You want my honest answer?
Yes.
Cooper Kupp, man. That's why you can't not go Cooper Kupp. He is the best route runner in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He has I don't know how he breaks all those tackles. I don't know how he does it, but he just has that swag. Don't get me wrong. Justin Jefferson, great receiver, has a great career for him, but Cooper Kupp, I can't not pick Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, and no disrespect to anybody else. That's the thing. Is Justin Jefferson, Davante Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, all these guys are incredible. I just think Cooper Kupp's better. I really do.
Agreed.
Let's see here. Marcus Joyner's deal was revealed. 1 year, $4.5 million. Y'all miss him. I miss him for that kind of money. That dude was a thumper, man. He was. I remember week 1 against the Colts when he had that pick 6, and it was the funniest thing to me because he hits the end zone and did not break his stride. He just kept on. I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but it was good stuff.
He ran like a Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it was so funny, dude. When did it finally set in that we were Super Bowl champs? Dude, it was not day of. I know that. When was it for me? I think it was when I was writing up my podcast. When I was writing up the newest show, and I was typing into my notes, Super Bowl champions. I think that's when it and I was making my graphics and stuff like that. I think that's when for me, it was I took a second, I'm typing into Photoshop to do my graphics, and it's LA Rams win Super Bowl 56, and I just kind of like stopped and sat back like, holy crap. Like, this actually happened. Like, I remember watching this team win 6 games in 3 years. And like, yeah, I think for me that's when it kind of said, I'm like sitting here by myself, and it like I was just sitting here like, oh my God, like it's fun stuff. What about for you, dude?
I would have to say that at the parade, I remember getting there and it didn't feel real. I remember seeing so many Rams fans, so many blue jerseys. And I remember I was like, okay, it's fine. But, I saw the team buses coming by and I remember celebrating, but it wasn't until there was a semi truck that had a flatbed with a DJ and some cheerleaders and people were dancing, and they hit that Little John song, Turn Down for What? And as soon as the bass hit, they shot confetti, and I was like, this is a Super Bowl parade, man. Like, that's when it hit me.
Dang it, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, I had chills, man. It was mad crazy, but I think that's when it hit in. But even then, I feel like it hasn't officially sunk in yet because, like you said, I remember when we were just not good. When we were just the 4th place team in the NFC West. And I don't know. It's still hard to believe.
It really is. I mean, wanting it for so long and then finally seeing it happen, like, I don't even know if I have the footage, which is really unfortunate for me, but to like that moment where Aaron Donald got to Joe Burrow and you see that pass, like you see him get rid of it, and like our brains are going crazy. It's such an intense situation. You see him get rid of it. The running back like kind of goes for it, which was a horrible effort there. I think he probably could have gotten to the ball, but irrelevant. But then you see the ball hit the ground and it like bounced once and then hit the ground again. And then the garage where I was watching, where we just exploded because we knew. I mean, we knew that was the moment. It was over, and you guys saw the champagne shower. That happened. A lot of that was a blur after that happened. Because it was a lot of just going nuts. My phone is blowing up. I still have text messages that are unread from that day. Right now, I've got 38 text messages that are unread. I'm terrible at responding. I get it. But also, like, some of these are from the Super Bowl. And, yeah, man, it was unbelievable day. Unbelievable. And it's still, like, it still kind of hits me in waves a little bit. We'll give you guys a couple more minutes here. I do have to, like, work 2 jobs again tomorrow, so I don't want to like just kill myself, but we'll hang out for a little after this beer. Okay, you guys have this much time. Yep, let's see. Yeah. That's the thing my dad used to do. Like when we would be like somewhere, he'd be like, we can leave in this much time.
But let me really quick to piggyback off of what you said about Aaron Donald. I remember that 4th down play. I remember staring at him, and I remember I was sitting down, crouched over like this, and I was like just staring at Aaron Donald, and I was like, come on, AD, you're the best. Make a play. I was talking to him through my TV, and when he did, dude, that's both my boys ran out, because they heard me yelling in the living room, and I hugged them both and took them to the ground, and I was like, we're Super Bowl champs, and dude, it's something I'll never forget,
That's amazing. Amazing. Edwin, if you could change the Rams colors, would you? Why or why not? I personally would not. I absolutely love the Rams colors right now. I thought that we would go with the yellow that we have, but the darker blue. Something pretty similar to this flag. I thought that we would go with like a bright yellow, but a dark blue. And the lighter blue is actually like, I really, really like that. I also am a huge fan of the bone. I know not everybody likes that. That's totally fine. Like opinions are inherently not wrong. You're allowed to have them and stuff like that. But I love the bone color. I think those uniforms are sweet. My favorite combo is the bone on yellow. I hope we get a yellow jersey this off season, hopefully next month. Then we get a yellow jersey, and then we can see the yellow on bone combo, which would probably become my favorite at that point, because yellow is my favorite color. So having my team have the color yellow in their scheme is pretty sweet. But the lighter blue I thought was a sweet combo, and if I could change anything about the Rams colors / uniforms, is I would take away the gradient numbers on the blue jerseys. But it's really not that bad, and I've kind of gotten used to it. But that's one thing that I would change. I would just make them yellow. I don't think that they're like the going to the white, I think is a little bit weird, but yeah, I don't know. I love these colors, man. How about you?
I'm a big fan, dude, and I'm with you with the bone gray. Bone gray with the yellow pants is the way to go. I feel like that should be the official away jersey for every game.
I love it, dude.
But no, I wouldn't change it. I agree with the numbers though on the home jerseys, the blue ones. When I saw it, it kind of reminded me too much of a soccer jersey, but I got used to it too. You know, and honestly, the Rams could be wearing pink. I don't care. I just want the Rams to win.
That's what I said, man. Like, Rams could wear pink and purple and play on the moon. I don't care. I'm a Rams fan. You know what I mean? Like, it's like – because there was a big gap there where everybody was divided. It was St. Louis or LA, Sam Bradford or move on, you know, like all this stuff. Like it was just very divided for a really long time. So it's fun now that everybody seems to be like, because even Jared Goff was very polarizing. There were certain like people who really supported him, people who did not support him at all. So the fact that now it's like, okay, Sam Bradford's awesome, or not. Wow, that was weird.
Wow.
Like Matthew Stafford is awesome, you know, and like this team is great. Sean McVay's an incredible coach, maybe the best we've ever had. That's.
I had to bring him on. I had to feature him, our Lord and Savior Matthew Stafford.
Dude, I need one of those. All right, I need you to send me the photo so I can print one. All right.
Oh, dude, I will mail you one in a picture frame if you want, dude.
Please do. I will text you my address. That's amazing. I'll put it up somewhere. I will find room in here. There's not a lot, but I will find room. Yeah. Good questions, Edwin. Edwin's killing it with these questions. Y'all need to step up. Edwin's killing you guys out here. Cup versus Jefferson is a terrible debate. The only arguable wide receiver would be Devontae. Agreed. Oh, this is an interesting point. I won't get into this really, but Jamar Chase being better than Jefferson, I don't know. He's only played 1 year. Let's let him play a couple first. That's what I would say. Let's see here. See what comments we got. And then, yeah, like I said, guys, we won't be hanging out too much longer. This is already longer than I anticipated, but I've been having a good time. Fat Tire. You like Fat Tire? Okay. Dylan. He commented on my beer. So one time I was drunk at home by myself, like one does. And I saw on the can, it says established 1991 Colorado. I looked at the can and, well, it was a bottle at the time. I said, no way, me too. And then laughed. So now I only drink Fat Tire.
Dude, that is great, dude. That's great. It's meant
perfect.
To be.
Yeah, me and Fat Tire were established in 1991 in Colorado. It's good stuff. Let's see. I haven't read this one. Sheriff, amazing work you've done here on Ram Showcase. It's been a pleasure listening to your show every week, and for almost 2 years now. It's been awesome seeing you grow in your skills. Rams House, first of all, if you guys are not subscribed to Rams House, I mean, that's probably ridiculous because he's got more subscribers than I do. So you probably do already, but my cat, sorry. But either way, you should be over there. He puts out some awesome content. Peo does as well. Peo Time and Rams House are two of the absolute Rams homies and incredible channels. So Rams House, man, I appreciate you, man. We actually have our text thread that we like just talk about the Rams every single day. and that's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. But man, I appreciate your support. It's I realize that I do a bad job of promoting every time somebody comments on one of my videos and they're like, what? I've never known about this show. How have I not seen this? they're like, oh yeah, I'm really bad at putting it out in front of people. I just put it out there to the world and hope that people find me. So that's where he comes in. Try to help me reach people. I agree with this. Antoine saying that we need an all yellow uniform. I agree, but also I will say this. I love the bone. I love the color yellow. I love all that stuff. I do not like in any capacity when we wear same colored jersey, same color pants. I hate that.
Rams are 0-2 when wearing the all blue at home. So
That's true.
I mean, they should probably stop wearing it.
Are you going to any games this next year?
I definitely want to. I have to. I have to make it a point to make it to at least one game this year. I know Denver's going to be coming into town, right?
Yes, I will be there.
I think you and I should get tickets for it together, man.
Let's do it. Let's go ahead and plan on that. I'm planning it with my cousin, who's obviously a huge Bronco fan. I'm out here in Colorado, so I know a bunch of Broncos fans. But I was talking to him. He got back from his deployment. We had a whole celebration, and I was like, "Look,
Okay.
man, like the Rams host the Denver Broncos next year, SoFi Stadium. We gotta go, man." And he kind of like, it was like, "Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we do that." Like, no, you don't understand. Like, let's go, man. Like, I gotta kind of do that. So that's one that I will absolutely be at. I think we should definitely meet up, man, because we've known each other for
At least 6 years.
at minimum 6 years.
At minimum
I
6 years.
definitely knew you before that.
No, I know for sure. That's what I'm saying. At least 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, man. Definitely. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to meet you at the last time you were here. But you know what? Yeah, it'll happen.
Well, because there was two, and then the first time was the Rams Chargers preseason game, but I was kind of keeping that one on the down low a little bit. Like it was just me and my dad going out. He's a Chargers fan, so it was like it was kind of a family thing. Like let me just go hang out with my dad. I didn't publicize it. I wasn't wearing all my ridiculous Sheriff Joe Bag stuff. And then that next one, the Jaguars game this year was the one where it was like, all right, this one's for the homies, and just went out, got crazy. I wasn't anticipating getting drunk as hell, but then as I was walking up and down through the tailgate in the pink lot, I ran into one of my friends that I've just known on Facebook for years, and I see him standing there, and I go up to his booth and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he kind of sees me, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta do a shot with me." And I want to say it was Hennessy that he gave me, but like it was like 11 o'clock, so 10:30, something like that, and then because in my brain, it was like, I'm not going to start drinking until maybe I get inside. And then, so I'm offered a shot and I'm not going to be that guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was like, all right, well, I went from let's not drink to let's get hammered. Like, real. So had an amazing time, met so many awesome people, so many people that I've known for years just on like social media, and to see them in person and take photos with people and get stuff like this shirt that I actually got there from Deshaun, Compton Mania, and like stuff like that, man. It was unbelievable. I cannot wait to go back and be out there, just be in Los Angeles, man. But definitely, let's go ahead and plan for that. We'll do that. We'll do the thing
for sure, dude. We'll link up, man.
It's because that is a thing that needs to happen, because we've known each other for quite a while now and have never actually connected. We have a song that we wrote together. It's called California.
California.
Which is a great name. Great name. That's awesome. All right, let's see here. There's some other comments coming in. Couple minutes, guys. We'll blow out of here. Just wanted to celebrating some Ram Showcase with you guys. I can't believe I made it 6 years. I don't think I actually planned for this to become a thing. But if I will, like, the ultimate goal now that I've had this show for so long and what it's become, I think that the ultimate goal would be to boot out between the horns and have Rams Showcase be the official Rams podcast. That's the goal. Or the dream, I guess. I don't even know if that's an option. I don't even know if they would allow that. Dream job would be to take over JB Long's gig and to have Rams Showcase be the official podcast of the Rams. But who knows? Who knows? Edwin, would you stick with Cam Akers or Gurley in his prime? I'm going to let you start this one, man.
You're going to put me on the spot like that?
Yes, I am.
In their prime, I got to go with Todd Gurley, man. I was a Gurley man.
You were a Gurley man?
I was a Gurley man. In his prime, dude, he had the speed. He had, oh my God, the stiff arm. He reminded me of a faster Steven Jackson. And he had the hurdles on top of it too. Oh man, that one against Washington, week 2 at home again in the Coliseum, Sean McVay's first year. That hurdle for a touchdown, man, dude. And not even that. I still remember his first one against the Bears, his rookie season in St. Louis. You know, Nick Foles just gives him a dump pass. He runs, and then that hurdle. My brother and I.
Hurdle and spin, man. That was
clean.
Hurdle
and spin. We freaked out, man. Like, and no disrespect to Cam Akers. You know, Cam Akers, Ram Akers. You know, Cam the Ram, if you want to call him. Great running back, you know, and respect his game, but in their primes, I got to go with Todd Gurley.
You know what? I think I do too. But that's simply because those 2 years of Todd Gurley, those were unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, not only was it out of, like, just running the football, but also his ability to catch and, like, those screens that we were able to run with Gurley were, like, that was unmatched. Something that, like you would see the screen setting up. The defense would see the screen setting up, and it was still a 15, 20-yard gain.
Yeah. Do you remember the catch against Dallas where he wasn't even open and Jared Goff managed to sneak it in, and Josh Reynolds comes with this clean hit, clean block, and Gurley he just catches it and runs it in for a touchdown.
Dude, there was so many Gurley moments that, like, kind of stick out to me. Like, somebody commented about the Washington touchdown. That's absolutely a fair one. He, like, hurdles the way he reaches over for it. It's like, that's like, oh my gosh, like, this guy's unbelievable. And one that I don't think would get as much attention, but the one that I loved, I think the most, was that 56-yard touchdown run against the 49ers in St. Louis, where he didn't get He did not get touched. He just kind of goes around and, like,
and he runs in like this.
Oh yeah, dude, unbelievable. That was, like, one of the moments there where it was like, oh, like, this guy is amazing. Like, just the way he kind of set it up, because he was really good at that, of, like, setting up the run to get your blockers in position, you know, and just kind of, like, force the defense into a bad spot by the way that he was running. And he was really good at following his blockers. I remember so many times seeing him holding the football with his hand on the back of somebody and stuff like that. I think Gurley in his prime was amazing, but he deteriorated so fast.
And it was unfortunate, honestly.
It was like overnight. Like, all of a sudden, his knee was just like, peace, and just he was done, you know? That's it's unfortunate, but I think I would do that. Let me see here. I think I'm missing a couple. He's yelling here. Raid your no, I'm just kidding. You're top 15, dude. Okay, first of all, I'm not going to top 15. It's too many. I'll give you my top 5. I don't even have it prepared, so let's do this. All right. I'm going to say the best quarterback right now is Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. I think that guy's unbelievable. Behind that, I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert, even though I really think he needs to have that moment where he's actually willing the Chargers to win, not just being a good quarterback. He needs to be the reason they're winning games, and he's not doing that yet. He's extremely talented, though. I think he will do that this year. After that, I think I'll go Matthew Stafford. The way that he's been able to play this season, especially fourth quarter, late in games, when we need him to make a play, he's unbelievable. He didn't miss snaps due to injury, even though he was definitely hurt a few times. And then after that, I'll go Russell Wilson. I'm going to give you my top 5, but I'm not going to go 10. Do you have a top 5?
Yeah, Gardner Minshew, Mitch Trubisky, Teddy Bridgewater, Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. And then Drew Lock, right?
Yeah, Drew Lock. You can't forget
Yeah,
him.
wraps it up. Yeah.
Yeah. In top 5, in no specific order, except for number 1, I have to agree with you on Josh Allen. That dude can ball, man. He is the epitome of a top quarterback right now.
Unbelievable.
Dude, and Patrick Mahomes as well. You got to throw him in there. Stafford, I've been a Stafford fan since before he was a Ram. I remember the Rams lost a terrible game. It might have been actually against the Jets. And I remember Terry Bradshaw saying, if I were you, I would dump this quarterback. And there's someone in Detroit called Matthew Stafford. I would call him up. And I remember, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. And then I remember talking about it saying, but if it did happen, it would be great, So I got to throw my boy Matthew Stafford in it, Russell Wilson, definitely. I've always been a Russell Wilson fan. Even when he was at Seattle, I wouldn't get upset when they would win because of Russell Wilson. If I'm being honest with you, just against the Rams, I would get upset.
Hey, but we also beat it a lot.
Oh, yeah. He didn't have enough, so he decided to join a team that's playing the Rams this year. Aaron Donald gets a few more this year. Watch. And I got to throw in Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Quoting Skip Bayless right there.
You're about to get removed from this stream.
Wait. Let me clarify that though. Buccaneers Tom Brady, not Patriots Tom Brady.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because we haven't lost to them.
0-3.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's hard to go against Brady. I kind of keep forgetting that he's decided to come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem in my head. Let's see here. Edwin, I see your comment. Genuinely appreciate you, dude. Genuinely. Let's see here. We'll go through a couple more here, and then we got to bounce out. It's a Tuesday, after all, Let's see. Ooh, this is one heck of a question. Bigger disappointment, Josh Reynolds or Brian Quick?
I can answer this right away. Brian Quick.
Show your work.
Well, he was drafted in the second round? Wasn't he? Second round, I believe. Out of what wasn't Vanderbilt. I forget what school it was. No, Zach Stacy was Vanderbilt.
App State.
Appalachian State. But he just had this potential, and he had a stint when Kenny Brick got signed with the Rams. Brian Quick had a stint where he was actually coming out as a top receiver, but I don't know. I just felt like he was too hyped, and I fell for it. Kind of like the don't sleep on Michael Thomas. I fell for that too. Whereas Josh Reynolds got drafted, and I was just like, oh, okay, just another receiver. Mid round pick. From Texas A&M. No one likes that school. But no,
you want me to be unhappy?
No, but I had higher expectations for Brian Quick. But I feel like Josh Reynolds wore that 83 a lot better.
Okay, I get that. I think that, let me see. I'm confirming his. It was App State. Brian Quick was the inspiration of my fantasy football team name that year. Too legit.
What was it?
He was hurt for a few weeks, so that it became too legit to Brit. Classics. I don't know, man. I don't think I was very disappointed in Josh Reynolds. Like I think that he played fine considering his role. Brian Quick was requested to be a starter and struggled a lot,
Yeah.
He just never became that guy. He had his games. I remember one against Washington where it was like, damn, this guy can be good. Both of them, though, kind of had the oh, these guys can be good, but ultimately just did not. So if I had to give an answer, I would say Brian Quick. simply because Reynolds came into like a team with like Robert Woods. So Quick was asked to be the guy and just couldn't do it, you know. That's a good question though. They're kind of like the same player. They're kind of the same guy. And Antoine says that he wanted Stafford before his extension in 2015. I don't know, man. I'm always like here for whoever's here, if that makes any sense.
Austin Davis, the GOAT.
Dude, all day, every day, Austin Davis, bro.
And it's funny that we were just talking about Brian Quick because my favorite Brian Quick moment was actually Dallas at St. Louis, even though the Rams lost that game. Big surprise for the St. Louis Rams. It was Davis to Brian Quick. Brian Quick, gets a touchdown and he throws up the X taunting Des Bryant, and then it just went all downhill from there.
Yeah. Dude, Austin Davis, I was a big fan.
I remember.
Like when he first came in, I was like, yo, Austin Davis, it is it, man. Like this is our guy. I loved his passion. I loved the way he played. I loved how excited he got. Like that was awesome. Kyle Bowler, I will never in my life forgive Kyle Bowler for that game. I don't even remember what year it was. It was in St. Louis against the 49ers. I want to say the Rams were down by like 4 or 5 points at the time. We're at the goal line. We're at the 1 or 2 yard line. All we need to do is give the ball to Steven Jackson and let nature take its course, essentially, and let Steven Jackson punch it in. Kyle Bowler fumbles the snap. That play alone will never put him above any quarterback. I've never been that upset about a football game, I think. Like, him fumbling that snap, you see Steven Jackson, like, he takes his first step, and then he kind of, like, throws up his arms and looks back at the sideline, and it's like, you got to be kidding me. Like, all we needed to do, you give the ball to Steven Jackson, he's going to score, and he couldn't handle the snap. That alone, I go against Kyle Bowler, against anybody you have. I'll take Nathan Peterman over Kyle Bowler.
That's saying something.
That is saying a lot. Mayday is coming in with these good ones. Lance Kendricks and Brandon Manu Maliuna. I got confused by your spelling. Who-Man. No, not Who-Man. Wait. Brandon Manu Maliuna. There's a few difficult names coming in. I liked Lance Kendricks. I didn't like to see him leave. And then when he went to the Green Bay Packers, he kind of got lost, you know. It's a good one, though. This question, I feel like, is a direct attack on Ram Showcase. Jeff Fisher or Morris as DC. You know what? I go Morris simply because of the playoff run. He turned it up in the playoffs, and I respect that. Drop your last second questions right now. I need the last minute ones right now. It is 10 o'clock Joe time. So it's getting there. It's getting late. I need your last second questions right now. You got cool plans this weekend, Adrian?
Nothing yet, man. Actually, no, I'm lying. I do have I'm gonna go to this restaurant called Shibuya in LA. Never been there before. It looks cool. It looks cool going with a good friend of mine. So that should be fun. Other than that, Sundays are just pointless at this point. You know, if I'm being completely honest with you, it's not the same.
Yeah, some days are trash. Silly Fun Guy, thank you so much for the congratulations there. Appreciate you. Rachel, what's up? Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury. That's a good question, actually.
Damn, that's probably the hardest question of all night.
That's the most difficult question we've had. It was followed up by this, so that's. If I'm going the individual, I think I'm going Michael. There's something about Michael's brain that I can relate with, and that is the perfectionist. The perfectionist of Michael Jackson, where he would nitpick over every single small detail in his songs. If I'm going full band, Freddie, I think, has it, but that's help though. Individual, I think I'm going Michael.
I gotta go Michael, man.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Love Freddie Mercury, love Queen, love his vocals, but on top of having multiple ranges in his voice, the dude could also dance, man, and he put on a show.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Metallica or Acdc? I'll give you this one first.
Metallica. Even though they can use with any other drummer, but Metallica.
Yeah, what the heck, man? You as the drummer of this conversation, I play guitar. I have not played any other instrument. As the drummer, like, I don't like what why am I blanking on his name right now?
Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich, yeah. He seems to have zero rhythm, and it seems like everything is very planned. It's no feel.
I don't know, man. He's the definition of that person who was just at the right place at the right time. And you know what? Kudos to him. He managed to just do it. But I feel like Metallica could have been so much better if they had someone better. And that's, you know what? That's a shot to Lars. I'll put it out there. It's a shot to Lars.
I'm very open to taking shots at Lars, but I definitely go Metallica here. Kirk Hammett, one of the reasons I started playing guitar. He's awesome. I think Kirk is incredible. He got a little political for me there for a while. Who would you rather have, Raheem Morris or Rampage starting quarterback? Rampage all day.
Rampage?
Not even a question. Come on, Rams house. But $1,200 to win $800 on Rams beat the Bengals. Congratulations. That's amazing. This is an interesting one. Megadeth over Metallica, who's over Iron Maiden, who's over Slayer. I'm actually going to see Megadeth. I think it's 4 weeks from tonight. They're playing here. Real pumped about that one. It's Megadeth, Lamb of God.
Oh.
And then it's Trivium and In Flames. Incredible.
Oh, nice.
Fingers crossed that I can get backstage to it. Now that I work at the radio station, that kind of allows me some sick perks. So we'll see. But I think I put Megadeth over, or Metallica over Megadeth. But Iron Maiden, I think, goes over all of them for myself. Slayer. Ooh, that's tough. Messing with my brain here, Johnny. Do you have an order there? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, Slayer 1, Maiden 2, Megadeth 3, Metallica 4.
Wow.
That was easy.
All right. Silly fun guy. Silly fun guy who has the best the best name. Corey Littleton or Ernest Jones for this coming season. Ernest Jones all day.
EJ.
All day. Lincoln Park or Ren Sevenfold? I go with Ren Sevenfold, actually.
Dude, I have an Avenged Sevenfold tattoo, so.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, absolutely. I go Avenged Sevenfold. I love Lincoln Park, but Bat Country alone, that album, that takes it for me. Hashtag Adrian.
Start it.
Hashtag. What's Cooper Cup's favorite beverage, Adrian?
Red Bull, because he gives him wings, and that guy can fly.
Fair enough. All right. I got to end it there. I can't keep taking these questions, but I do appreciate the metal questions coming at the end.
Thank you.
Big fan of that. You've got the Avenged Sevenfold tattoo. Where's it at? See, this is my first one ever. Disturbed.
Nice.
I got that. That was my first. I got on my 18th birthday.
Got my Slipknot tattoo as well.
There you go. All right, Slipknot's
And
coming.
my
Well, what date is that one? I don't know. I say it a lot on the radio, but I blink right now apparently. But dude, I'm so happy that you're part of this this squadron right now, this Rams Showcase team. And dude, first of all, welcome. I don't think
Thank
I've
you.
actually officially. I don't know if I've officially said that or not. But welcome to the Rams Showcase squad. It's some good stuff, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Been a long time listener, and anything I can do to help out, man. Anything to get us, even if it's a small office at SoFi.
Dude, let's do it. Let's just take that place over. Can we hide there, do you think? Like if we go to the game, do you think we could just not leave and they would find
Dude,
us?
I will find fake sideline passes, and we'll be like Wayne's World when they're walking around, with the backstage passes.
Johnny G coming in with Motley Crue and Dawkin. I love Dawkin, by the way, dude. Good freaking call on Dawkin there. For the hair metal bands. One of my most recent concerts is LA Guns. And I got my bandana here. LA Guns I got from when they were out here in Colorado Springs. But yeah, I love the metal. I love the rock, all of that stuff. But so that was a fun addition to this. I did not think that was going to happen. I think I kept talking about it. I kept kind of teasing it that I loved Blythe on the Rams offensive line just because of Randy Blythe. I kept saying that, and I don't know if anybody ever got it, but yeah, LA Guns self-titled was awesome. Yeah, it was. Their newest one was but they're still cool. Adrian, man, 6 years of Rams Showcase. Now you're part of it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, everybody who was participating in our little celebration here, threw back only 2 beers, which is better than I anticipated. So we're good. Yeah, just a couple. We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're not gonna stone cold Steve Austin anything right now because it's a Tuesday night.
But if it was a Saturday night, it'd be a different story.
If it was a Saturday night, we might stone cold Steve Austin some beers. Tonight is not that night. I got to work tomorrow morning, so that's good stuff.
Same.
Man, everybody who was hanging out with us tonight, genuinely appreciate you guys. Ram Showcase will continue throughout the off season every single week. There is one week I will keep you guys posted on. I am actually required to work both days at the radio station over the weekend. That's the 25th, 26th. I'm working both days, so we'll figure out a schedule there. I'm not sure if I will have an episode that week, but I will let Adrian know to let you guys know on the Ram Showcase social media pages. That's at Ram Showcase, Instagram and Twitter, Facebook.com/Ram Showcase. And then the Twitter page. Or you can follow myself as well at Sheriff Joe Bags everywhere. But those updates will be available there. I also will post that in the Ram Showcase YouTube channel community page there, so you guys can follow that. That is our Lord and Savior, Matthew Stafford. And make sure you guys also send a sub to the NFC West Network YouTube channel. That's where a lot of cool content's going right now. If you guys watched the NFC West roundtables all year, that is where they are all going now. All of them. No matter who's hosting, that is where they're going. All the NFC West content you could possibly want will be right there. Adrian, thank you so much for joining me, man. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. And then you can hang out for just 1 second, and then we'll say bye to everybody else. So, guys, everybody who watched, and everybody who's been here for 6 freaking years on Ram Showcase, I guess I'll do the normal send-off here. For those of you who aren't Rams fans, our thoughts and prayers are with you. For those of you who are Rams fans, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys have a great night.